From WXII 12 News, this is breaking news.
Right now at 6 o'clock, we are following breaking news regarding North Carolina's voter ID law.
Yeah, attorneys representing lawmakers are urging the State Department of Justice to seek a federal judge's injunction blocking the voter ID requirements in next year's election. Last week, a federal judge announced plans to block the law. It's supposed to start with the March primary. The NAACP filed the suit challenging the law, claiming it's discriminatory. Republicans in the state say over 30 states require voter ID.
Happening now, 14 clergy in North Carolina are accused of child sexual abuse, and 4 of them have ties to the triad. The Catholic Diocese released a list of those facing credible accusations today. The allegations go all the way back to 1972, when the Charlotte Diocese was first established. Patrick Gavigan, Hugh Dolan, and John Hyland served at churches in Greensboro and High Point. Andre Corbin Jr. served at a parish in Winston-Salem. All 4 of these men have died. No current clergy members on administrative leave are under suspicion.
Turning now to Texas, where investigators are looking into a deadly shooting at a church that killed 2 people and the suspected shooter. 911 calls came in the middle of Sunday service at West Freeway Church of Christ in White Settlement. The service was being live streamed on YouTube when a man got up, stepped back, and fired a shotgun twice. Within seconds, parishioners who were also armed drew weapons and shot the suspect. Jack Wilson, a member of the security team, said that he didn't expect to use his gun that day.
It is a close-knit congregation. It is a close, family type situation. So, I'm concerned and I'm upset for that. I don't feel like I killed a human. I killed an evil, and that's how I'm coping with the situation.
The suspect was allegedly wearing a fake beard, a wig, and a toboggan.
Police say they found handwritten journals with anti-Semitic references in the house of the man who's charged with the hate crimes and the stabbing of 5 people who were celebrating Hanukkah at a rabbi's house. It happened just north of New York City. Federal charges were filed today. Yesterday, Grafton Thomas pleaded not guilty to 5 counts of attempted murder and 1 count of burglary. The family of the accused attacker says that he has a history of mental illness. New York City's mayor is promising to step up patrols even more now around synagogues.
Happening now, High Point police say a 16-year-old is being held on several charges. Police say it started as an investigation into gunshots that were fired on Saturday just before 5 on Cable Street. Officers say he tried to run, pulled a gun on an officer as well. An officer found a second loaded handgun in the suspect's pocket, and police say both guns were stolen. Police say 2 men were caught on camera leaving the area. 1 appeared to have been shot.
In an effort to keep kids off the street and safe this New Year's Eve, a member of the Winston-Salem Gang Steering Committee is hosting a service downtown at the Benton Convention Center.
Yeah, Kirsten Gutierrez joining us live from inside of the center tonight. Kirsten, what's this event all about?
The event is called Blackout, and it's hosted by the Love Church. It's a New Year's Eve event to keep those kids safe. Now, volunteers have been here at the Benton Convention Center all day. Now they're working on the stage. They've been setting up things throughout the day to make sure everything is right for tomorrow night. Now they're setting, they're going to have programs for troubled youth, poets, vendors, dancing, and a service. Everyone across the Piedmont Triad is invited. Now, Pastor Curtis Friday says this year he's wanted a big enough space to hold as many families as they could. Now, Friday is a member of the Winston-Salem Gang Steering Committee, which it was invented as a collaboration with the Winston-Salem Police Department to prevent at-risk youth from joining gangs and work on ways to get those in gangs to redirect their lives. Now, they encourage families with troubled youth to come out tomorrow. The only requirement is you have to dress in all black.
Because it's going to be a safe place. A lot of times we're hearing about shooting and killing going on New Year's Eve. It's going to be a safe place for you to come and worship and be around people that will help as family. So I think it's very important that you go somewhere on New Year's night where you can just stay safe. And it'll be a safe place to keep your kids off the streets and give them a message.
Doors open tomorrow night at 8:30, and it will run until midnight to ring in the new year. Now, the service begins at 10. Again, just wear black if you want to come and have a happy new year. Live in Winston-Salem, Kirsten Gutierrez, WXII 12 News.
Well, police in Winston-Salem are searching for whoever kidnapped and robbed a 14-year-old and a 17-year-old in Winston-Salem. It happened just after midnight on East 10th Street, and the teens told police someone forced them into a car and then robbed them. They were then driven to Salem Crest Circle, where officers found them. If you know anything about this, please call police or Crime Stoppers. Winston-Salem police still actively investigating a kidnapping from a home on Sprague Street. 3 suspects are accused of kidnapping Diego Frigoso, as well as tying up and torturing a teen and 2 other adults 2 weeks ago today. Investigators say the suspects targeted the home because it was used for drug trafficking. Investigators say these are 2 vehicles of interest here on your screen, a Dodge Charger and a Chevy Suburban.
The Araneth County Sheriff's Office says a man from Seagrove is behind bars charged with kidnapping, assault, and other things. Richard Green is accused of assaulting a woman. Deputies say they got a call on Friday to Osborne Mill Road for shots fired at a home. A victim was grazed by a bullet. Deputies were also called to a nearby store where Green is believed to have fired a gun. Green's behind bars on a $250,000 bond.
All right, a 30-degree temperature drop. That's what we're waiting for tonight. Chief Meteorologist Lainey Pope joining us to talk about that and kind of some of the temperatures we saw recently. It's kind of blowing my mind how hot it is.
Yeah,
warm it is.
We have had some stretch. We've had 6 days with temperatures in the 50s, 60s, even 70s, well above what is normal. And out there today, we had a high of 71, which is close to a record, right? The record is from 1984, 76 degrees. And just for example, we can get really cold. We have a record of -1 on this date too for a low. The average is usually 49 in the afternoon. Also, it's the 4th warmest average temperature on record this year at 61.2. You take the morning low and the afternoon high, you average them out and you come up with that number, and it is almost 2 degrees above what is normal. So yeah, it has been unusually warm this year and definitely over the last 5 or 6 days. High temperatures out there today, low to mid 70s. Look at Burlington up to 75 this afternoon. Mount Airy at 67, even low 60s in Galax, and the temperatures are dropping. First, of course, in the mountains where we're in the 40s. We've dropped into the 50s across the foothills, and now the temps on their way down in the Triad as well, even though we still have some mild air to the east, and that is because the front is just now clearing some of our easternmost communities in North Carolina. The cold air is a little lagging, but you can see the heart of it there up over Illinois and Indiana. It will come tumbling in tonight. Temperatures will be down close to freezing in the morning in the mountains, and we're going to need jackets across the foothills and Triad, as we'll be in the mid to upper 30s by daybreak.
Thanks, Lainey. Turning to Commitment 2020 now. Democratic presidential candidate Bernie Sanders is fit to run for the White House, according to letters from his doctors. His campaign released the notes from 3 doctors stating that he is in good health and doesn't appear to have any limitations related to a recent heart attack. Sanders had to go to the hospital in October after experiencing chest pain. If elected, Sanders would become the oldest U.S. president ever to assume that office.
The Alamance County Sheriff's Office is asking for help to identify potential suspects in a deadly stabbing. Deputies were called to George Miles Road in Burlington on Saturday just before 2. The Sheriff's Office found 68-year-old Edward Beasley had been stabbed multiple times. Right now, no suspects have been identified. Turning now to Mebane, where firefighters are investigating a mobile home fire that killed a father and a daughter. Right now, the fire is not considered suspicious, and crews were called just after 8 last night. This was to NC Highway 70 West. Firefighters say 55-year-old William Allen Gorgley and his 30-year-old daughter Betsy died. Investigators say the fire started on the front porch. Family members say Allen died trying to rescue his daughter, who was bedridden.
In Concord, police are trying to figure out whether 2 shootings are connected. Police got a call on Saturday night about a fight outside of a Dave & Buster's at Concord Mall. A 13-year-old girl died there. Aviana Props was in 8th grade at Ace Academy Public Charter School. Her best friend says she loved to dance and to play basketball.
She always cared for people. She always showed motivation, think positive. I feel like the person who did it should turn himself in.
A 15- and a 16-year-old were also hurt in that shooting. Police released stills from security video showing someone they say displayed a gun in the parking lot right before the shooting. Officers want help to identify this person. Police are warning people not to fire a gun into the air to ring in the new year. Getting hit by a stray bullet isn't common, but it does happen. A University of North Carolina Chapel Hill student had to have surgery when she was hit by a bullet a year ago while celebrating New Year's Eve in downtown Raleigh. Boys in Georgia and Ohio also got hurt about a year ago by random gunfire.
Well, the search is on for a 75-year-old man in North Carolina. Officials say he has dementia, disappeared 10 days ago. Our affiliate in Raleigh is reporting crews are working to find William David Holt. He was last seen on the 20th in Person County when he took his dog for a walk. Officials are hoping he'll revert to his old survival skills. The sheriff says he hopes Holt found a shelter or he maybe caught a ride from somebody else.
As you look ahead to the new year, you may be trying to get rid of your Christmas tree now. In Winston-Salem and Greensboro, you can put your tree out on the curb with any other yard waste on regular collection day. You just need to remove all the lights, ornaments, any tinsel or tree stands. In Caswell County, there's a tree toss this Saturday. Crews will be giving donated trees to creatures in the animal park at the Conservator Center. You do have to have a ticket to attend.